how to afford your mailing. I had to put a silly clip art in. Sorry, not sorry. So when it comes to affording your mailing, you can mail stuff for as little as like $200. And of course it goes up from there. I mean, we all know that. But I completely empathize with trying to make budget. And you, of course, the old adage of you need to spend money to make money. But in reality, we all still need to eat and pay our employees and, well, keep the lights on and just keep the business running. So when it comes to affording your mailing, here's a few ways that I have helped my clients already basically make it happen. First thing I like doing is to mail to smaller groups many times. This is something I like doing a lot, and it's because of that series. Again, series works better than just one going bleh. I think the only ones that work really well is like the hail people, because once it hails, you need your windshield fixed. But if your budget allows for you to essentially mail for 5,000 people, instead of doing 5,000 people in one, mail to 500 10 times. You're reaching them 10 different times, and it's a smaller group. And yes, it is a smaller group, but you've also got a smaller sample to kind of understand that group, what works, what doesn't, and after that 10 mailings, you can kind of see, okay, what worked, what didn't. It's a bit more manageable in that sense. Next would be to create one design and order enough to cover all the drops. So it kind of matching the top one there, a common way I like doing this is instead of doing 10 different postcards, what we'll do is order one really great postcard that covers all of the drops. So that way we're ordering in bulk, and because bulk pricing on postcards and things like that tends to be a lot better, you get more bang for buck in that sense. That's a great way to kind of save some cash flow, because repeated on when you're doing your invoicing, when you're paying for this mail processing and stuff, it's a lot cheaper than doing the postcards for 500 every single time. And then the last one I like using is just the reevaluating your list or the mailing schedule. So for direct mailings, trimming your list down if it's too large can cut costs quickly. Obviously, you're reducing your postage and the amount of things going out. It's kind of no brainer. But one way I really like kind of telling folks well, how do I cut people? Well, if you're mailing to folks who are already your customers, don't mail to your super loyal customers if it's something that doesn't have to really apply to them. Just really take a look at who you're mailing to and say, oh, Susie, Jane, Joe, Jim, John, and Billy, and several others. This doesn't really apply to them. Let's nix them on this mailing. And really kind of just scalpel out folks, because you'd be surprised. You could probably cut a good chunk of folks and still get a great list out of there. And it might actually even perform better because you've cut out some of the, I hate to say it, kind of fat out of it. And then for EDDMs, either, cutting a drop date can really just be effective. That's kind of my favorite way to do it. I know it seems really odd when I'm saying send 10 mailings. But super common is to, if you already know, a great example of this is between now and the end of the year, November and December, for us, November and December is kind of a nightmare situation for us. We're processing a lot of things internally for existing customers. It's really hard for us to take on customers and start things in November and December. We're talking to people, but they're typically starting at the beginning of the year. And so we don't do a lot of outbound marketing in November, December. So for us, it's a no-brainer to go, yeah, let's cut a postcard potentially for November and December. Let's just save that money and let's reallocate it to something else. So that's a really, really great way to kind of save a little bit of money on the EDDM side. That's it for now. My name is Sarah and I'm with Third Angle. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey, post-production Sarah coming in here. If you found this information helpful, please tap that like button so this video can find its way to others. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it! I share lots of marketing content just like this, without all the jargon. Okay, that's it for now. Have a great day, guys. Bye!